Two Dumb Guys with your hosts, Heath B and Barry P.
I'm the B and you're the P.
Facing tough topics.
So cheese first then chips, or chips then cheese?
With no solutions.
Oh no.
And no qualifications.
School.
Welcome to Dumb Guys Talk About Smart Stuff.
Do you guys have any specific UFO sightings that you think are especially compelling?
There are a couple out there.
Well, I mean, I really like the Phoenix Lights sighting. I thought that was a good one. Sightings, per se, I can't really think of too many other.
Phoenix Lights major.
You know, I've read of a lot of sightings that were done by military personnel where they were spotted on radar, jets were dispatched, they chased them around for a while, could not catch them. There was loss of power, loss of their instruments, loss of their firing mechanisms. Scenarios like that. I've read several scenarios. Unfortunately, I can't quote any of them.
Right, and there were a couple over some nuclear bases, you know, during Cold War era, where they'd activate for like 15 seconds. It was like heart stopping, and then it just stopped.
So there's sightings that our military has actually reacted to, right?
Yeah, they're over military bases, which I find really interesting because that's where all the high-tech nuclear
What's also interesting
power is.
Yeah. What's also interesting about that is if the military is reacting, the government's reacting, then that tells you that it's not them.
Correct.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. And, you know, I did myself come across those cases in Brazil where people had laser burns.
Oh, yeah, that's...
yes.
Yeah.
That was a whole interesting...
Where and their government looked into them being hostile.
That was definitely an interesting scenario as well.
That was interesting.
Where the government issued the investigation, and then didn't it kind of like dissipate very quickly?
Dissipated very quickly. They put a colonel in charge. And I know there's a lot of people going to the hospital with like these laser burns, and they would do things like never go up at night alone, things like that.
Yeah. They were using fireworks as a warning signal to the neighbors and stuff.
Yeah, and I believe that years ago that colonel in charge gave an interview talking about it, and then he passed away.
And then he died.
After, just kind of suspiciously with the timing.
Little bit.
Now that was one case I came across in my kind of limited research, but. For me, in general, I kind of want to make the statement that people, in general, the way people work, I could see how there could be tons of just false sightings.
I could see that too, and I could see people jumping the gun. And what I really want to focus on is not the thousands that could be, you know, false or jumping the gun or whatever, but I want to focus on the handful that are substantial, you know, substantial sightings or UFO abduction scenarios.
Right.
Yeah, so that's our next case. So, do you want to change it to over to abductions?
Let me just say this real quick before we jump into the abduction thing. Well, when we did go to the moon, I'll just say that. Air quotes. We went to the moon, and sure we did. I mean, what the hell, why not? It's not that far, really. So we did go there. That was aired. There were quotes, "Oh my God, these things are huge." It went out for 2 minutes, or a minute and a half, or whatever that was.
Oh, you're talking about when the transmission from the astronauts going around the moon or whatever.
Yeah, they went to the dark side of the moon, and
yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily believe that it just fuzzed out.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe that footage is somewhere, and I just don't think it.
I think that's a good point to bring up.
I think that might be the biggest sighting, quote unquote.
Well, the thing is too is that you're dealing with U.S. official astronauts trained, and there are a couple of them that still stand by it today.
Yeah, and there was one. God damn it! What's his name? He says he saw the craft land.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess
why would he make that up? I mean, you've already been to the moon. Like, why would you make that up?
Right.
So basically, like you're talking about the plot of Dark of the Moon, Transformers movie.
Oh,
I think they kind of played off that conspiracy theory.
Probably
made that movie.
Yeah, don't ask me about movies.
Right.
But